Say it again.
Bundle and save on insurance. Libbity-bibbity.
Swoon.
Swoons. Such majestic birds.
Happy birthday.
We all know trucks like grave.
Don't cry, she'll be back tomorrow. Take back all the time you borrowed. I'm no longer afraid to tell you that I need you, and I wish that you would come back for more. Locked down in a fold-out bed, singing the same song over and over again. You need me, I felt bad, and I settled for less than that. In my head, there's a chunk that I find of you. Promise to give for someone who cares for me. I need a cigarette, I have a strong squeeze. I need a smaller bed to feel
missing things here, guys. We're missing stuff. All right, hang on. I gotta fix this. Okay, where's the stats bar? Wait, no, I'm in the wrong thing. That's why. I know it's echoey because I was about to sing a song, but I forgot that I did an interview and then jacked up all of the stuff here. Wait, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. That's a start. I'm a professional streamer. Do not try this at home. Tonight we're talking about dinosaurs. That's why I did the Dino, the last dinosaur. He's my friend, and so that song slap. Only the OGs know that one. If you know Dino, the last dinosaur, then you're older, like me. And happy birthday, Daniel's crew. My birthday's in 8 days. Fellow Taurus, I believe. That explains why we get along so well. It's definitely the Taurus magic. Okay, what am I missing? I think I got to put this here. Okay, okay, I fixed it. Guys. We're back. Crisis averted. All right? Crisis averted. I don't know how the audio is going to sound because I disabled the, the thing that makes my voice fall out when I'm singing. So hopefully it's not too loud. You're going... East, I like that joke, go East Shift. I'm not even going to get mad. That was a good one. You're talking about me, Dinosaur? But listen, okay, I'll tell you, after we sing our song, I'm going to tell you why dinosaurs are so good. Kaylee's not here, but she did ask for a song. But there's no point in even singing it if she's not here. I got to sing it when she's here. Everybody else's songs requests that they've asked for, I don't, I went to Monster Jam on Saturday too, so my voice is not like perfect. So I need to find a song that's not gonna destroy my singing, which is hard because I like to wail. You know me, guys. I'm a big wailer. I'm a big fan of wailing, not wailing for whales, but you know what I mean, like wailing with my voice, not killing whales. That's terrible. You think I'm too low? You're too low. How about that? Is that good? You're too low. I think this is a good song. Let's do this one. Oh my god, I forgot I'm on the wrong account. I'm on the wrong account. We don't want no questions. There's Kaylee Static. Wait a minute. Okay. Alright. She came in just in time. Now, the problem with this song, though, is there's a girl singer, too. So, I guess I'm going to have to sing both songs. I haven't sang this song in forever. I used to play it really well on the guitar, too. We'll see what happens, though. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Hopefully it's not, hopefully I'm not too loud. Hopefully the music's, like, balanced. I want it to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? He woke up from dreaming and put on his shoes. Started making his way past 2 in the morning. He hasn't been sober for days. Leaning now into the breeze, remembering Sunday, he fell to his knees. They had breakfast together. 2 legs don't last like the feeling of what he needs. This place seems familiar to him. She pulled on his hands with a devilish grin. She led him upstairs, left him dying to get in. Forgive me, I'm trying to find my calling, I'm calling at night. I don't mean to be a bother, but have you seen this girl? I should have cleared my voice. She's been running through my dreams, and she's driving me crazy, it seems. Don't ask her to marry me. The words are delayed. Even now, she doesn't believe in love. determined to call her bluff. Who could deny these butterflies? They're filling his gut, waking the neighbors, unfamiliar faces. He pleads to tries, but he's only denied. Now he's dying to get inside. Forgive me, I'm trying to find. I'm calling at night. I don't mean to be a bother, but have you seen this girl? She's been running through my dreams, driving me crazy it seems. I'm going to ask her to marry me. The neighbor said she moved away. Funny how it rained all day. I didn't think much of it then, but it's starting to all make sense. Well, see now that all these clouds are following me in my desperate endeavor to find my whoever, wherever she may be. I'm not coming back. I'm dying to something so terrible. It's the way that they have me singing it is so messed up. It's so delayed, and I can't even see the next lines until I'm already halfway through the verse. With an eye on the world, without nothing on the ground. I'm over you now, like a cloud, and I'm towering over your head. Oh, no. Sorry, Kaylee. I guess I'll go home now. Stupid. I picked the worst karaoke version of this on YouTube. No, I guess I'll go home. That's a good song, but I just picked like the worst frigging version I could find, I guess, on karaoke on YouTube. So sorry that I butchered it, but still a great song. I met Alex Gaskarth. He was kind of a jackass, if I had to be honest. He was very rude, very high on him, very high opinion of himself. Will you play a song for me before I dip brick on the wall for your birthday? Yes, Daniel's Crew, for you on your birthday. Do you want me to sing it, or you just want me to play it? Do you just want me to play the song? Do you want me to sing the song? Typically, I don't do like multiple karaoke songs, but for Daniel's Crew's birthday, we'll do it. We'll do it for her. I don't know if she wants me to sing it or if she just wants me to play it. I think Brick and Wall might be too hard. Oh, girl, you better watch your mouth. She wants me to sing it. This song is like just monotone. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. I adore you guys too. Teacher, leave those kids alone. This song's so hard. Hey! Hey! Teacher, leave those kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Taking some liberties here. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. I like how they got the most British kids they could find. We don't need no thought come true. Dark sarcasm in the classroom. See, I can do the British thing too. Teachers leave those kids alone. Maybe in the future, Kaylee. Hey! Teacher! Leave those kids alone! All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. You can't sing without the British accent. Yeah, it's hard. It's so much fun to do. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We can do it. We can be British. I was gonna take my guitar down and play air guitar, but I got my VR hanging on it. And I don't feel like reaching for it. Get your air guitars going, guys. Okay, short air guitar. Short air guitar. What's up, everybody? Welcome to EG Lately. It's Daniel's Crew's birthday. Let's go! Alright, I know some of y'all might have looked at the, hang on, I could go back to, I'm not singing anymore, I could go back to the other one. Alright. All the other one does is just get rid of, like, that background hiss, because, the hissing is kind of a pain in the butt, I'll be honest, and I think it makes the quality sound like shit, so. Thank you, E.G. Best rendition. Thank you, Daniel's Crew. I really went hard with the, hard into the British voice. Yes, I'm wearing a Power Ranger onesie. No, I don't want anybody to criticize me for it. Yes, Red Ranger was my favorite. Yes, Jason was the best Power Ranger ever. I don't care if he scammed people during COVID. All right, let's just get that out of the way. First and foremost, Austin St. John, best Power Ranger ever. Dude was a total badass. Should have never been fired. All right. Absolutely, Daniel's Crew. Love you, girl. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful night. Go enjoy time with your family or whatever you're gonna do. I was trying to set that all up before I went live, and that's what was taking so long because it was like nobody can work. I'm turning 40, dude. I'm turning 40. Okay? I'm turning 40. And I got so much time. I wanted to do some things, you know? I want to show you guys something. I went to the skate park today, and I was like lighting it up, dude. All right, where do you get onesies? I got this one off Amazon because I'm a big fan of the. Well, I was a big fan of Power Rangers. Not a huge fan of onesies, but I am now because it is very nice. It is like a very comfy feeling to put on a onesie. And it's like you just feel like super lazy. It's very nice to feel super lazy, right? So I'm trying to pull this up for you guys real quick here. I know I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Old man river. Old moon river. But y'all love me, right? I think I still look pretty good for almost being 40. I don't know. That's just me though. I always get really mad when people online say that my opinions don't matter because I'm older, as though 20-somethings know what the hell they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? All right, I want to show you guys some stuff, though. I went to the skate park today, just practicing some things. Just doing a little pracky, right? Because I want to get better at rollerblading, because I think that I'm a pretty good rollerblader. Well, actually, no. I'm not a great rollerblader, but I do enjoy rollerblading, so I thought it'd be fun if I did. I went today, and I'm just practicing to try to get better at stuff, and I think that I did a pretty good job today, and I was, like, ranting and raving to my lady. I'm like, oh, my God, look what I did. Look what I did. I could still do it. And I think that I'm pretty good for someone who's like about to be 40, you know? So here, check this out real quick. I'm trying to bring this up for you guys to see on the thing here. All right, there you go. Ready? Check this out, okay? I've been struggling with trying to get past this mental block that I have. Do your onesies have a back flap? It does. Look. It's morphin' time. Tyrannosaurus. Which is why we're talking about dinosaurs tonight, all right? Plus, dinosaurs are sweet, dude. All right, but before we get into dinosaur talk, let me show you this. I'm good on rollerblades as long as I can have a skateboard under my behind. But check this out, okay, everybody? Everybody watch this. Watch this, okay? That's your boy right there. I was so excited. And then I almost died right there. But I was so excited to land it. Because I've been having like some serious troubles. Like trying to get like whoop, that's too big. No, I don't want to see it again. But there's other ones that I want to show you too. So I'm up here. I'm gonna drop him. Jump up, grind across the rail, and then in. Let's go. Almost 40, guys. Dropping in on a quarter pipe, grinding across the ledge, jumping back in, stomping it out. Your boy stomping it out, right? Can you guys see that? Is it big enough? Do I need to make it bigger? Let's just make it the whole thing. All right, so y'all can see. All right, y'all know you see my face. What? This is. I think I was pretty impressed. Because this is hard to do. And I was really having a hard time, like, learning these tricks. And then today it just kind of clicked. And then I celebrate it. So that was just silliness. Here's another one. So basically I come flying up a ramp, use the ramp to jump on to the ledge. Well, that's why I'm doing it, Ridgier, because I know eventually my body's not going to allow me to do this stuff, and I'm just trying to enjoy it while I can, you know? Plus, I've always really loved aggressive inline. I mean, I think you guys know that about me. And then I grinded the rail. Check this out. Little Kino Casino reference there. But yeah, that's what I was doing today at the skate park. I had a great time doing it. Let me get rid of that now. But yeah, no, I had a good time. I'm getting better at skating again. I'm obviously never gonna get like sponsored or anything, but I don't do it for that. I do it just because it's fun to do, and it's such a great mental challenge to try to overcome this mindset you have where your body's telling you can't do something, but then you figure out a way to do it anyway. And it's a great way to still feel youthful. There's a lot of people in their 40s that are still rollerblading and doing like aggressive inline skating. And it's definitely making a comeback towards like the older crowd. And I'm hoping that some of the younger kids pick it up from us. Stop, Carla! Carla, stop! Are your skates pink? Yes, E-Shift, you caught that. My skates are indeed pink. Hang on. Let me show you them. Let me show you them again. That was an eagle eye, though. You had an eagle eye for that one. If you look here, my skates are pink. I like it, though. I think they look really good. For being pink skates. Joey Grave, do your roller skates have two wheels side by side? No, these are rollerblades. These are rollerblades. So if you look here, it's a boot, and then you get skates in line, and you got one wheel, two wheels. You have your H block right here for you to be able to grind wheels on or grind rails on, and then another wheel and another wheel. This right here is your sole plate. This is so that you can, like when I do this trick here, you can see that I have not a bad picture though. Look at that style. Look at that style. Oh, shut up, Sarah. You shut your mouth. All right, you shut your pie hole. Bret Hart wore pink and he used to whoop Stone Cold Steve Austin's ass. How about that? Huh? How about that? But look, I got the pant tagging off the butt. That's just because I forgot my belt. really no other reason. I literally came straight from work to do this. You can see a little fat gut here, but that's okay. We're trying to get in shape. But right here, this is called a soul grind. So basically, you jump up one of your feet. The sole goes onto the ledge. You slide. You put your other foot forward, so the H block goes. Maybe they do. Do you offset the center shields, EG? What do you mean the center shields? I don't want to hear it, guys. Pink's awesome. And they typically look white. I don't know how E-Shift managed to point out that they were pink. I am pretty in pink, okay, guys? Offset center wheels. No, I don't have the anti-rocker. So all the wheels are the same size. This is a flat setup. Flat. So what he's talking about, if you have like anti-rocker, which is tinier wheels in the middle right here for these two ones, and that just allows you to slide better. But the problem is that like it takes away some of your mobility in like zigging and zagging, and you go faster on 4. And I like going fast. Going fast is super fun. So, but yeah, it's a soul grind. Super fun stuff there. So, and you get to see my little belly. Always wear a helmet. I was also at the skate park by myself, so I didn't want to like knock myself out if I fell and then just be laying there for hours and on end. So I wore a helmet. So, how do you keep from shredding the soles? You don't. You just shred the soles. You just shred the soles. Here, I'll show you a pair. I'll show you a pair of older skates I have. Give me one sec. So this skate here is called, this was a rollerblade. Oh, this isn't exactly a good one to use because I don't grind on my left foot. Hang on, let me grab the other one. Here we go. This is the one I actually grind on. The other one was like in perfect shape because I don't grind on that side. But if you look here, this basically, like you can see all the scuff marks that are on here. So these right here are like replacement sole plates. So these are what actually go onto like the rail or the ledge or whatever it is you're grinding. And you can replace these. So you can replace these. So once they get worn down enough, Sarah, only idiots don't wear helmets, okay? Nigel Houston is going to have permanent brain damage now from a fall he took. And he's one of the best skateboarders in the world. But that stuff, he's going to have like, I'm not getting brain damage just to prove how much of a badass I am, okay? I'm sorry. I already burned enough brain cells in my life. I'm not burning anymore. I used to ice skate. That's awesome. Ice skating's super fun. They're very similar. I heard EG tears up the half pipe like Tony Hawk. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But this is a good example of an offset wheel setup right here. So you can see here my front wheels are bigger than my middle wheels. And that's just so that when I'm grinding on something, I'm not hitting the wheels here. This is a great skate. I had these for many years. I probably could still rock them if I wanted to. They're in great shape, but I'm probably going to pass these down a little lately so that she can come skating with me. Probably going to take off this frame though, because I love this frame and this is a great anti-rocker setup. So, but anyway, yeah, that's your lesson. That's your lesson in rollerblading right now. So, those pink skates are my new skates. So that's why I've been rocking them. But I got like a bunch of pairs of different skates. Oh, let me show you ones really quickly. I got one more pair I want to show you guys. This is going to blow your mind. All right, so if you want to go really, really fast, not all the time am I jumping on ledges and doing half pipes and stuff. Sometimes I am skating very, very fast. And look at these suckers. Look at these big wheels, dude. I go so fast skating on these things because of how big they are. And everybody, when I ride past someone, they look at me like I'm crazy because I'm riding past them on these gigantic wheels. Like, just look how big these suckers are. But these are so much fun. Like, you could get going down a hill on these. You can go super, super fast. And I love going super, super fast. This is actually an aggressive skate that I just turned into a big wheel setup. But these are super, super fun. Big time wheels. EG and his show Intel like he's in I know. Show and tell. Get in line, guys. I brought in my rollerblades today to show to the class. Big wheel keep on turning, EG gonna keep on burning, rolling. But yeah, skating is such a big part of my life, and I love sharing it with, whoever is willing to listen. This is why I did that inline skate video, because inline skating has always been near and dear to my heart. I also skateboarded, I also BMX'd, but as far as it goes, like rollerblading was just always like the most fun I could have. It's just something that's so natural. How do you stop going down a hill? Well, if you look at these wheels, you'll see that they're like very like slanted. So you basically just gotta like drag. You basically just drag your foot like this, like, and you basically go through your wheels like crazy. But that's how you stop without a brake. Brakes. I see they still sell brakes to kids who have rollerblades. And in fact, I saw a girl rollerblading today on my way back from the skate park, and I was super stoked to see her in rollerblades. But she had a brake on it, and I'm like, that brake is gonna break her neck because it gets hung up on stuff. Like, you can't just hop off a curb with a brake. You have to jump off the curb, and then you gotta make sure that brake doesn't get you like caught up on stuff. So I sit down fast. I do sit down fast. I'm a fast sitter. I don't like that whole motion. I'm basically just doing a squat. I gotta sit down slowly. I jump in my chair. I jump in my bed. Everywhere I go, I just slap my fat ass down. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't even think. I think we're missing someone. Yeah, so I don't think Phallic's here. Maybe she forgot. I did give her a job today. She might realize all of a sudden, whoa, I forgot I'm supposed to be streaming, but we'll just skip Hot Topics and just get right into the dinosaurs, huh? How about that? How about that, guys? Tonight we're going to be talking about dinosaurs. Why are we talking about dinosaurs? Well, I'll tell you right after roll call.
Let's take roll here. Jay Quellen. Where's Jay Quellen at? No Jay Quellen here? Yeah.
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay. So that's how it's gonna be.
That's how it's going to be. Yeah, I beat it. I beat you, Blue Jay. I beat you before you told me that I knew someone was going to say it. I knew someone was going to be like, what about roll call? Forgot it. Got it. Blue Jay 20 in the house. The bluest of all Jays. Kaylee says I love dinosaurs, right? Dude, when I get into it, I'm going to explain to you why we're talking about dinosaurs tonight. All right? I know it seems silly. Like, why stream about dinosaurs? Because my Draco Lazowski, sorry I'm late, I was watching Venom. Good movie. Which, the first one, actually, I liked all three. I didn't really like, actually, no, I lie. I didn't like Here Comes Carnage or Let There Be Carnage because I felt like that movie did not utilize Woody Harrelson the way it should have. He should have been an absolutely psychotic, murderous, crazy bastard, and they made him like some simp for his wife or something. Like, worst Venom movie. But also, worst Carnage ever. I'll catch you lacking one day. You almost did. If I let that go for 5 more minutes, you might have got me. But I heard EG would rather stream with one of his bottoming partners. Absolutely, Carla. Stop over on Twitch. All right, that's your turn right there. And Telesion Ships, Jay Quellen. Yeah, Jay Quellen's always acting up. Always acting up in the chat. Little lately, my daughter always is like... she talks to people like in the car she'll be like, what's up, chat? I'm like, what are you talking to the chat for? She goes, in case I'm a streamer one day. But she's always like, what do you think about that, chat? I'm like, what chat? It's just me and you in the car. What chat are you talking to? Mad Daddy Media says, what would humanity be like if we progressed alongside dinosaurs? See, those are some good questions, Mad Daddy. I'll remind me of that one when we get done roll call, because I'll answer it. At least what I think. And Telesion Shift in the house. Joey Grave in the house. Let me see. Sarah Nonan Little in the house, even though she just cannot help herself but rag on me. Rojojajira is here as well. Kaylee Aesthetic. I think I might have said you, but I'm going to say it again. I did say you earlier, actually. I had a whole conversation with you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Who am I missing? Timey-wimey. I know I didn't get to her name yet, but I just know she's in here because I saw her when we first started. Also, shout out Mr. Toothpick. I know he's watching. One of our lurkers. The Daniels crew, of course. Happy birthday to her. There's Timey-wimey. But I just know who's in here at this point. Y'all are the real ones. Y'all the real ones, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's everybody. Oh, Kangaloo! I don't know if she's still here, but she was here earlier. So she counts for roll call. The Kanga list of lopes. Kanga list of lopes. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm here twice. Okay. E-Shift's still here. That's good to know. All right, so Mad Daddy asked, what would humanity be like if we progressed along dinosaurs? And I'm going to be honest. I don't think we would have progressed. I think they would have just ate us, and then that would have been that. I don't think that we didn't develop our intelligence fast enough to be able to avoid those predators. It could have forced us to get smarter faster, but, you know, primitive caveman that lived alongside the, you know, those big giant elephants with fur. Like those guys weren't exactly the super smartest, right? They would just club their women over their head and take them into the cave and have their way with them. But yeah, I think the dinosaurs would have just ate us. Barbecues would be more than a family event. Yeah, well, I'm sure we'd figure out a way to take down those dinosaurs. But if you watch Jurassic Park. But what about Dinotopia? I don't know if I've seen Dinotopia. I haven't seen Dinotopia. But anyway, the reason why I want to talk about dinosaurs is because, one, I think it's a very interesting topic. Secondly, if you think about the woolly mammoth, thank you, Maya. The woolly mammoth. Slice me off a chunk of that Yo, yeah, bro, let me get some of that tops. That Triceratops. You got some Tricera ribs? What about some Tricera, you got some Tricera chili? Yeah, yo, break me off some of that get some of that T-Rex, bro. I think he ate my buddy Kevin. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. So the coolest thing about dinosaurs is when you think of like out of this world notions, right? You think of probably Jesus. I would say Jesus was probably one. Oh, it's a book EJ. Okay. I think Jesus is like this, has this, this profound story, like the greatest story ever told or whatever. So a lot of people don't even think he was real. It was, they say he was like made up or something, which I think is obviously a load of crap. I think he was a real man. And just lived like, you know, this crazy, he literally, I don't even know how long it took for Jesus' word to spread, but apparently it was a big deal. He was like the first influencer, right? You know, let's be real. Jesus was the first, like, I show speed. He was like, I show Christ. I show Christ is, was the first influencer. I was going to say Tricerabottom, but then I was like, never mind. Yeah, Sarah, you probably are a great bottom now, if I had to guess. E.g., you're Jesus, so he's real. Perfect example. I have played Jesus many times. I like the Yuntaranus and the Microraptor. We'll get some looking at some dinosaurs tonight. But the reason why I think this is such an interesting topic is when you think of like fictional characters, right? And you want to think about the inspiration of dragons. We can say that dragons aren't real, right? Like as far as like the mystical approach to dragons and the way that they are told in books, breathing fire and stuff, not real. But what influenced the idea of dragons is dinosaurs, right? And dinosaurs, we know for a fact, were real. They lived on this earth before we did. It is the closest thing to science fiction being fact in history, which fascinates me to, and this is why people are so like obsessed with dinosaurs, right? It's because they were real. They were here. They got wiped out by a giant meteor that hit the Gulf of Mexico. And which it wasn't even the Gulf of Mexico at the time. They all lived on one land called Pangea. Well, actually, no, I think it did separate. And then, but Uranus means feathered tyrant. Yeah, that's another thing, too. A lot of dinosaurs had feathers when we didn't realize that. So they were all basically just gigantic birds. These are real monsters that existed. Like, you want to talk about monsters, right? We all know it's bullshit, right? But you cannot deny the fact that there were real monsters in history, and that was dinosaurs. Like, if a T-Rex came walking down your street, you're in trouble, right? You're in trouble. It's mythical. That's all I want. Exactly, Kaylee, right? It's mythical, but it's real too. When I think of outer space and I think of aliens, right? If aliens came here like before we were here and they came while the dinosaurs were here, this place would look like hell on earth. In fact, a lot of these dinosaurs did experience hell on earth. Imagine being like a small plant-eating dinosaur during that time. It probably had to be the worst experience in history. Easy Lately, please don't leave out the primetime comedy show Dinosaurs. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which, by the way, that show had the most bleak ending of any show ever, where they basically all die. And it's all the main character's fault. It is like very sad. But Jim Henson, it was like one of his last projects before he passed away. And they ended up making it real. Which Dinosaurs I watched, it used to be on TGIF. Would come on after, it was like the last show in the lineup. It would come on after like Full House and Boy Meets World and Family Matters and all that stuff. Mama, not the mama. Yeah. And it was just like, so going back to dinosaurs, I think dinosaurs are without a doubt the greatest proof of aliens being in the universe somewhere. Because if a lot of people always forget and think of dinosaurs as like this fictional story that you tell children, right? It's not, though. These things were real. We found their skeletons. And by some miracle, like a meteor came and just wiped them all off. But they lived on this planet. This planet was theirs for way, way longer than it ever was ours. We're talking about like 150 million years, probably more. I know the dinosaurs, man. I know the dinosaurs. The show, not like I'm not obviously a paleontologist or anything like that. I'm certainly not a Scientologist either. But not that either of them have anything to do with each other. But I don't know. I just kind of thought it was funny. But when you think about it, that's also, ironically enough, dinosaurs are proof that Scientology is full of shit, right? So you're telling me that like these ancient aliens brought us here and then created us and then just took off for us to to come back to us one day and then we're just gonna praise them? What about the dinosaurs? Do you think the aliens came and wiped the dinosaurs out so that he could make us? But I saw this video of this guy who's like this like uber Christian fella, and he was going over this. There's this great documentary done by Steven Spielberg on Netflix. It's like a 4-part series talking about like the very beginning of dinosaurs to the very end. And he was like trying to sell us. He made a YouTube video trying to sell on the idea that that like creationism is the truth and it's not evolution over 150 million years. So he's trying to tell us that like dinosaurs are actually only thousands of years old, not millions of years old, which I can find to be bogus because he said God created Adam and Eve, and he just believes that stuff. So the myth of dragons is said to come from the first discoveries of dino skeletons. That makes perfect sense, man, daddy. Because if you were digging that shit up back before we knew anything about anything, like imagine being the first person to come across a dinosaur skeleton and trying to make sense of that. Like, what the hell is this thing? What is it? What is this? Are these out there somewhere? Because if they are, I'm never leaving this hut again. You know what I mean? I'm never leaving my teepee ever again. But I find them so fascinating. I started playing this game called The Isle. Now, the Isle is this very interesting game, and you can basically go on and become a dinosaur. You can become like your favorite dinosaur. Well, whatever dinosaurs are available. I tried being a Stegosaurus. I got eaten in like 2 minutes because everybody in the Isle is a player. So if you go in as like a little, which I keep playing herbivores because playing carnivores is very, very hard to do because you have to kill other players to be able to progress and to make your dinosaur bigger. But if you are a herbivore, there's plants everywhere. So you just eat the shit out of them and then you get big enough and you can fight them off. But it's a super fun game. And that's what kind of got me like back into like dinosaur shit. And I was just like going through this game, playing it. I'm like, dude, this must have been like, cause like I'm terrified playing. Like I'll play as like a Gallimimus, which is kind of like just a giant chicken dinosaur. And you have to like go and like be absolutely quiet and still and try to go get your water before you, so your dinosaur doesn't like die of thirst, right? But if you're not quiet, your dinosaur and like you accidentally make a noise, you'll have a T-Rex on your ass in 2 seconds, and then he would chase your ass down and eat you. That's terrifying. Terrifying. I love Stegosaurus was one of my favorite dinosaurs of all time because I thought it looked like a battle tank, right? It had those awesome horns on its tail that could swing and kill other bigger dinosaurs. But yeah, it's actually really, really fun. So maybe while we're watching, I don't know if I could watch a video about dinosaurs while playing that game though, because you literally have to listen and hear for like predators around, or else because they will pop out of a bush and just snatch you up before you even knew what happened. It gives a whole new meaning to horror survival. Like you're not just in like Resident Evil, right, where there's zombies and stuff. You are a dinosaur, and every other dinosaur around you wants to eat you. Unfortunately, I don't have any like brontosauruses or anything like that though. But yeah, those dinosaurs were incredible. They do have some big dinosaurs in there, but I think those are AI. I don't think you could play as like those big guys yet. But I think that would be awesome though. But another cool feature of the game is that you could become an egg, right? You could select to be an egg of a dinosaur that's getting ready to hatch that other players are raising, and those players will protect you and raise you. It's really wild, dude. Dinos with or without feather opinions. Some dinosaurs definitely had feathers. Some dinosaurs didn't. I don't think the T-Rex had feathers. I will say that much. Because they have actually found fossilized T-Rex skin, and it didn't have any indications of any kind of feathers on it. But it all depends on what they evolved from. If it evolved from like a lizard, then it probably had more scales. But if it evolved from a bird, then it was probably like a raptor had feathers. Raptors definitely had feathers. But that's all dinosaurs really were these just giant birds. And if you ever see a bird come down and gobble up a worm, that would be us getting gobbled up like we were nothing by these things. It's horrifying to think about. But anyway, I figured I would take a shot at trying to watch something on YouTube that was dinosaur related, like a you know, how they lived and what happened like to them when the meteors came and shit, and just try to put ourselves in a dinosaur's mind tonight and try to see like what they went through. I just put a clip of the game. It's funny stuff. Oh, there's a lot of people who like religiously stream this stuff, and it's because everybody wants to be the alpha predator in this game. Everybody wants to be the toughest. But it's a hard battle to win. It's definitely a hard battle to win. To be. Oh, check this out. This guy's on big wheels, skating that glow in the dark. Hang on. Let me see if I can show you guys this real quick. Or, I think all my stuff is like totally messed up right here. Let me try to get this fixed. There I am. The HD60. But check this out real quick. Oh my god, that was loud as shit, dude. What the? Sorry about that. That was terrible. Why the hell is it so damn loud? Let me make sure it's turned down a little bit so I don't scare the shit out of y'all. But anyway, check this out. But those are the big wheels that I use. His glow, though. But you see how fast he can go? Like, he's just straight cruising, dude. I think the light up wheels are kind of cool. There, I'll just turn off the music because that's a little overzealous, but like that's why I like running the big wheels. Look how fast you get to go on them. Like it's just so much fun. Anyway, that was a side note. All right. What's going on with Melanie Mako Boom? Mortal Kombat 2 Super Extended Trailer. Oh, that should be fun to watch. But we're not going to do that right now. We're not going to do that. Look, tonight we're talking about dinosaurs because they were awesome. Still true. Do I need to come on? What do you need to come on for? You can come on if you want. You want to come on and say something about dinos? I found a documentary I thought was pretty cool, so I wanted to see here. Alien Evolution Hidden Secret Marathon Aliens. That's the songs we sang. How Life Survived the 5 Mass Extinctions. That probably be a pretty cool video to watch. This is some guy playing. You can play as humans in the aisle too. I would be in all leather during the dinosaur thing. Dinosaur Extinction, a warning for humanity. That's an hour and a half long though. I don't know if we have that much time. I was thinking maybe Planet Dinosaur documentary. Because I do think that's kind of cool. Well, or we could watch the Dinosaur Extinction. This is on the history though. I think this will probably get me shut off, but I think I could probably watch Planet Dinosaur. Because if we watch the history channel, I think that it's gonna just end up I think it's just gonna end up like getting me taken down. Whoa, I wait a second. LOL. If you want to come on and talk dinosaurs, Kaylee, you can. I know you said you're a big fan. Biting the asphalt, doing that. Well, you got to be very careful when you go backwards. You are way ahead of me. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's take a look at some dinosaur documentary, and let's just sit here and just geek out over how the hell these things lived. 72 million years ago. How wild. Look at these things. Massive, dude. Straight massive. Dude, that's terrifying. Dude, the T-Rex, man. Let me tell you something about that T-Rex. It's probably one of God's most ferocious creations in history. But yeah, you're more than welcome to pop on Kaylee and talk about it if you want. But this shit is wild, dude. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. He's got. It's the greatest thing about the T-Rex is, dude's got no arms at all, and he don't need them. He don't need them. He's basically basically a walking tractor, a walking backhoe. He just walks down and picks things up with his mouth and says, "Bye." Oh, dude, I don't even know why he's got the arms though. Like, what does he even do with these? Like, what is he even doing with them? Like, you can't. Can he scratch, or do they just dangle? Do they just dangle the whole time and? It's easier to grow larger when there's a lot of oxygen. Yeah, that's true. And these things probably had lots of oxygen, lots of like everything that they needed. I wish I could show you the Netflix documentary on the dinosaurs with Morgan Freeman, because it takes you from the very beginning to the very end, which I thought was cool.
Located in the southern region of Mongolia, the Nemegt Formation is widely recognized as one of the richest dinosaur fossil beds ever discovered. With
Which
an
is a gold
estimated
mine, by
age
the
of
way. If
roughly
they find a
72
dinosaur in your
million
backyard,
years,
you're going to be filthy rich.
this incredible area has provided paleontologists with an extraordinary wealth of discoveries and critical evidence about the life and
How does a
ecosystems of
T-Rex scratch
dinosaurs.
his nuts? I don't...
Today,
That's a great question,
the Nemegt
Sarah.
Formation is situated
Maybe he
in a
does. Maybe he
vast
gets
desert
someone else to.
landscape that is
I
home
won't
to
kill you if you
resilient
scratch my
nomadic
nuts.
communities who have adapted to the arid conditions of the region. Despite the harsh and challenging environment of the present day, research indicates that this area was dramatically different during the age of the dinosaurs.
It's nuts. You look out on a
Geological-
you look out on a whole desert like this, and before it was probably covered in like forests and like lots of water everywhere. Like these deserts did not look like this during the dinosaur times. LMDIA, what's that mean? You're very low compared to the video. Let me turn myself up a little bit. Let me turn myself up a little bit. And I can turn the video down a pinch. I think, oh yeah, I definitely have the video cranking.
Evidence and fossil records
Hopefully that's a little
suggest
better.
that the region once experienced a much warmer climate. Complete
Oh,
with
my bad.
extensive
Okay.
river systems,
Yeah, you gotta speak to
lush
me like I'm your
vegetation,
uncle,
and a rich
Kaylee.
variety of
I don't
animals.
know the terminology for
These
a lot of
findings
stuff.
paint a vivid picture of a lush and
Look at that. That
vibrant
used to be a
world
that was
has
a
long
desert.
since vanished, leaving behind invaluable clues for researchers seeking to unlock the secrets of Earth's prehistoric past.
Like that's what blows my mind about all. Stop apologizing. You're fine. That's what the craziest thing about like all this is like these things were on Earth. These things, this was their planet. This was theirs, right? But now it's ours, and we're treating it like shit. The dinosaurs probably treated it a lot better than we did. They just treated each other like shit, and they didn't make it.
Among the dinosaurs that inhabited this ancient formation was the large herbivorous dinosaur known as Saurolophus.
Saurolophus, crested
Renowned for
lizard.
its unusual and striking head crest, this dinosaur's anatomy has intrigued
What blows my mind is, what's up, Kangaloo? What blows my mind is like these giant, like how do they know that this thing had like this giant thing right here? I could tell that these spikes were probably part of its like skeletal. I like the long, yeah, of course, the long neck dinosaur, Littlefoot, man. You talk about Littlefoot, bro? Hells yeah, Littlefoot was the shit. Land Before Time, anybody? That was a classic. That was a classic. Land Before Time. What a great name for a movie too. Land Before Time. Brachiosaurus. That's one of the big guys. One of the biggest guys. That's one of the first dinosaurs you see in Jurassic Park too. Is the Brachiosaurus jumping up and eating a tree?
paleontologists for decades.
But these
As
were
many
legit
scientists believe
monsters.
this crest served critical functions, such as aiding in communication among the herd or playing an essential role in mating displays. These herbivores would have thrived near river systems, relying on a steady supply of vegetation to support their enormous size.
What's nuts is how much we
Adult
know about
Saurolophus could
them.
weigh up to 24,000 pounds and grow to an impressive length of 43 feet. As some of the largest creatures in the formation,
You know how we know how big they could get to is from the fossils that we found, because you just find the biggest one that they've ever found on record and they go, okay, we know that they can at least get this big.
their massive size alone was enough to deter many predators that might have otherwise considered them as potential prey. For paleontologists,
Yeah, Brachiosaurus,
dinosaur
Brontosaurus. I wonder who would win in a
represents a key
fight.
part of the story.
But the craziest thing is, like, you think about it, right? But a lot of these dinosaurs all lived at different times. So you have the Cretaceous period, Jurassic period, and then the last period, which I think it might have been the Cretaceous. Hang on, I gotta look this up now. I want to give you guys good info. The dinosaur periods. So they have the Triassic. So that was the first dinosaurs. I think during the Triassic was when like the Stegosaurus and stuff lived. Then you had the Jurassic, which was like the large dominant dinosaurs, and then you had the Cretaceous, which was the diverse dinosaurs that were ended by like the meteor. So the Cretaceous period was when like the T-Rex and stuff lived. That was the last one. That's why we find so many T-Rexes. But to find like dinosaurs from the Triassic is even more insane, because that's like 165 million year reign. 165 million. Yeah, sauropods. Maya knows her shit. But their whole existence spanned 252 to 66 million years ago. Littlefoot, I think, was a brontosaurus, wasn't he? But this is insane. When you think about just how long these things were on this earth for, 252 million years. Million. That we get our little 100 years to like be on Earth, right? And we think like everything is super important in our lives. No. These dinosaurs, this was their world way longer than it's ever been our world. If you think about America, we're celebrating our 250th year birthday this year. Our 250 years of America. And you see how powerful we are? Imagine like how these dinosaurs, like they lived during these periods, and like Stegosaurus died because plants changed and they couldn't like chew the food anymore. That's it. That's all it took to kill them off. So the dinosaurs that could chew all of a sudden became like more popular. I like dinosaurs. I like turtles.
Story of life on Earth, providing insights into how duck-billed dinosaurs adapted and interacted in their prehistoric worlds, helping us gain a clearer understanding of the
There's an
incredible
autistic
interplay
black
between
fella on
evolution,
TikTok that has extensive
survival,
dinosaur knowledge.
and the
You'd
natural
like him.
forces that shaped
I probably
life
would.
millions of years ago.
I don't know why people think like liking dinosaurs is like nerdy shit, because like honestly I just think that it's just like dope as shit, man. Like these were aliens that lived on our planet basically. I like it because it's like the only real sci-fi that we have. Hell heron
Among the
dinosaur
many
discovered in
incredible
Central
species on
Sahara
Earth from the Nemec
makes T-Rex look like a
Formation,
punk.
Dinochirus
Damn.
remains one of the most unique and fascinating examples of
The
dinosaur
terrible hand.
evolution.
Listen to the names they give these things. The terrible hand. Look, this one's got fur.
This remarkable creature had an impressive and towering body shape.
Imagine that
similar
thing
to
walking
of an
past your
ostrich,
house.
with several distinguishing features that set it apart from its contemporaries. It had a giant build with a striking sail structure created by elongated spines along its vertebrae.
Did you guys ever see the video of from Jurassic Park 2? There's a dinosaur in our backyard. This is, oh no! I hit the wrong one! This is one of the funniest parts. Okay, it's sad because it eats the dog. But this is so crazy. Watch this. It's one of the craziest clips ever. The kid just wakes up. There's a T-Rex right outside of his window. That kid's never gonna be the same. Kid'll never be the same after that. He just gets up, walks into his parents' house like, "Oh, Mom." That poor dog has no idea. Drinking the chlorine, I'm sure that's good for the T-Rex. T-Rex drinking made me thirsty. Mom. Go ahead, Dad. Go beat it up.
Benjamin, what are you doing? What are you doing? What?
It's a dinosaur in our backyard.
What?
There's a dinosaur in our backyard.
No, you tell me. You always tell me. No. Here, I will tell you exactly.
Of course, it's both of their faults.
Serve him dinner. He won't be up all night.
It's the stupid fish tank.
It is not the
He needs
fish
a
It's the fish tank.
Put something over it, Benjamin. Please
It
stop
is,
pushing
Will,
me.
we did.
It isn't. It isn't. Just turn it off.
Oh no, it ate the dog. No. There's a freaking dinosaur in the backyard, and you gotta send Jeff Goldblum to the rescue, dude. As one of my favorite parts of any Jurassic Park movie ever. There's a dinosaur in our backyard. Stop showing him these crazy movies, Phil. No, it's your fault. You bought him a fish tank. He thinks the dinosaur's in the backyard because you bought him a fish tank, and there is a T-Rex back there eating your dog. What do you even do in that situation? Like you just yeah. What do you do? There's nothing you can do. I always feel bad about the dinosaur, like the poor guy who gets eaten in the middle of San Diego, and he just because he didn't know where to go, so he ends up getting eaten by the T-Rex. I'm sure that part was probably coming up, but I didn't want to play it for too long. It'll take us down. Yeah, I would have peed in my pajamas at that point, too. I think most of us would have, right? If you go out back and there's a freaking T-Rex back there, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye. And the kid got a picture of it, though. That was pretty smart. So he's like, nobody's going to believe me there's a T-Rex in my backyard, so I'm going to snap a picture of this thing.
Their head featured a massive, wide and toothless
Kind of
bill,
looks like a
reminiscent of a
Toucan
duck or
Sam.
hadrosaur, adding to its distinctive appearance.
more birds, you know what I'm saying?
The
More
dinosaur's
birds.
arms were extraordinarily long, ending in large, blunt claws.
So what does he
that
use
they
it
may
for?
have used for protection or
Oh.
foraging for food.
So they could scrape at things.
Dinochirus was also supported by powerful legs that were strong.
It looks
but
like
not
kinda like a
suited for quick
camel.
movement. This suggests that Dinochirus likely relied on a lifestyle centered around searching for food rather than chasing after prey.
I thought, you know what I found
Stomach contents
crazy?
of Dinochirus have provided
Is that,
paleontologists with evidence that this
like there
dinosaur
were
was
sharks
not
and
strictly
stuff were
herbivorous,
around during
but
the
instead
dinosaur
an omnivore.
times. Sharks, a lot of different fish. A lot of these dinosaurs just ate fish. That fish probably had no idea what the hell just happened to it.
Fossilized remains found in the stomach of a Dinochirus specimen included a mix of stomach stones and fish remains. The presence of these stones
Like, what kind of
indicates
fish
that,
were going on
similar
back
to
there?
modern birds, Dinochirus likely swallowed stones to help grind tough plant material for digestion.
This thing just ate stones, dude.
Based on the discovery of fish remains and stomach stones, it is strongly inferred that Dinochirus consumed a diet that included both plants and aquatic creatures. This suggests they had unique feeding behavior that was specifically adapted to their particular
I had a friend in high school that
ecological
loved
niche
sharks
and their environmental
and High School
surroundings.
Musical. She was autistic. We're all in this together.
The Dinochirus
Megalodon,
stands as a
yeah,
symbol
the
of
Meg.
incredible diversity and sheer wonder of life during the Mesozoic era. A creature that
I wonder if
defies
any
easy
predators ate the Meg.
categorization. It reminds us of how much there is yet to learn about the ancient world. Dinochirus is a testament to the extraordinary
ancient
paths
world, dude.
evolution can take, leaving us marveling
The ancient
at a
world
time
blows
when
my mind.
animals stretched
Like
the
this shit
boundaries
was
of the
real.
possible.
Like you're sitting
It is
here
through
watching this, right, and you
dinosaurs
feel like you're
like
watching a
this one
fictional
that the prehistoric
sci-fi
world
thing, but
becomes
these
almost
things
tangible,
walk the dang
capturing
earth.
the imagination
This earth is
and
like
reinforcing
crazy,
the deep
dude.
connection we share with
Crazy
life's
earth we live
grand
on, man.
history.
Now we're just like boats and shit. But these things are just like going around just scooping up fish, scratching their balls, the ones that could. Also, apparently, it turns out that there was rain, like that it rained for 1 million years at one point.
In
Oh,
the ancient and
here we
untamed
go.
waterways of Mongolia,
T-Rex.
The Tarbosaurus roams
Oh,
as the top
Tarbosaurus.
predator of the
Alarming
Nemec
lizard.
formation.
It kind of looks like a T-Rex. But it
Measuring
wasn't.
an extraordinary 33 to 40 feet in length, while standing at an imposing height of 15 to 16 feet, and weighing in at approximately 5 tons, Tarbosaurus was a giant
Yeah,
among
sharks'
giants.
teeth are so sharp.
Closely related to the legendary Tyrannosaurus rex of North America, Tarbosaurus...
Yeah, by the way, T-Rex, that's ours. The T-Rex was our dinosaur. He lived in the North America. So he was just chilling around New York. They didn't have balls like that. They had cloaca. It was internal. So how did they mate then?
shared many of the defining characteristics of the tyrannosaurid family. Its immensely powerful jaws were capable of delivering bites strong enough to crush bone, an essential adaptation for taking down large prey.
I wonder how
While
long it took them to
Tarbosaurus
realize
and
like this
T-Rex
wasn't a
shared
T-Rex.
many traits, closer examination by scientists has revealed notable differences between the two species. Tarbosaurus had a narrower skull that was more elongated and less robust.
Sorry, that light's
than that of
blinding me. I can't
T-Rex,
even see the screen.
suggesting it may have had slightly different feeding habits or hunting techniques. Its jaw, while less heavily built,
But it still had those
was more
tiny little
slender
arms.
and likely adapted for a more specialized role in the ecosystems of late Cretaceous Asia. These differences are believed
Look
to
at
be
this!
the
Look at
result
his
of
tiny
unique
little arms!
evolutionary
What are they even there for? Look at this thing! Look at these! What? What? Why? Why even continue with arms? It's like he evolved that. He didn't need arms. Dude was such a badass. He was just like, we're gonna evolve. We don't need these things. You know how dependent humans are on their arms and their hands? T-Rex was like, "Psh, hands. You need hands, bro? Weak ass. I would have been taken by that shark. He grabbed me the hell out of water. Holy shit. Sorry, I didn't take a nap today after work. I went to the skate park, so I'm like doubly tired.
in the Asian environment, where
But we're gonna
Tarbosaurus
push through.
thrived as a specialized predator.
There's a funny vid of a scientist seriously trying to figure out how T-Rex made
Not
it.
long after the storm passes,
Should send
the
me that,
forest
man,
comes
Daddy.
alive with new scents.
Dude,
And
it's
the
weird how
Tarbosaurus
identical it
picks up
looks
on
to the
one that
T-Rex.
sparks her interest.
Look at these things, though. Tell me he did any other than like getting the scratches. Like maybe he could scratch parts of his belly. That's probably all he really did. Just scratching little parts of his belly. Hey, Destination Spooky. Oh, I know somebody who would have wanted to be in this live. Well, they can always come. We're just talking dinos, man. We're talking dinosaurs. He tickled his pickle. Yeah, I don't think his arm. He ain't masturbated. That's for damn sure. He probably had to like hump a log or something because you ain't getting that hand down there. But these stubby, dude, these stubby little arms are the funniest thing ever. Like this big, massive creature that looks like horrifying. Could you imagine how much scarier this thing would be if it had big ass arms on it? That's a weird fucking dog. It is a weird dog. Can you imagine if our dogs had arms like this and walked around like this? Kind of like a kangaroo. But the kangaroos still use them
Rising from the
to
tall
hold their plane
grass
tickets.
is the Dinosaurus.
Oh, he's gonna get them.
and
are they
he
gonna
is not alone.
They're gonna fight. Let's
as
go.
His mate is along his side.
Oh, 2-on-1.
Together they could easily overpower the Tarbosaurus.
They're not even like.
Despite their intimidating response, they are not the focus of the Tarbosaurus's hunt. Rather, her eyes are set on something smaller, easier to catch, and far more vulnerable.
Those things
The
aren't
young
even.
Dinosaurus,
Oh.
who linger just below the safety of their parents.
He wants to eat the
At
babies.
this time of year, the Dinosaurus pair fiercely defend their territory,
Oh, this should be good.
signaling a clear and unmistakable warning to the Tarbosaurus.
We will kill you if you touch our babies. Same, Kaylee, same. Kangaroos for life. He should go for it. I want to see them fight. Take a shot. You gotta eat, buddy. And we want to see a fight with your little arms.
The Tarbosaurus decides it is best to retreat, as she
Bitch.
knows she is no match for the two giant guardians before her. Across the sprawling expanse of prehistoric Asia, life flourishes in all its forms, creating a breathtaking yet unforgiving world ruled by dinosaurs.
Dude, they just
while
walk
left
through.
behind is a
They got
land
water
that bears
everywhere.
witness to their presence, telling stories through the thriving life it nourishes and the continuous battles it endures to remain in balance.
So what's it gonna eat then? Oh, what's this thing?
As the sun begins
Looks
to
like a
set,
giant.
a predator begins to rise.
Looks like a giant chickling.
This is Alioramus,
Alioramus.
a member of the Tyrannosaurid group,
Oh,
measuring up to 20 feet in length and weighing around 1,500 pounds.
dude! Imagine how
This
terrifying it would be if
remarkable
these things were
dinosaur
still around.
was still one fierce predator, despite their
It's like you would get, instead of like weather alerts, it's like, are we gonna have any dinosaurs on my way to work today? Came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. It's a great question. I guess the egg would probably have to have come first, right? Because how did the chicken get here? But then what laid the egg? Probably some other type of creature.
smaller size compared to some of their colossal relatives, such as the well-known Tyrannosaurus rex. Unlike the more robust and
It's like a
heavily
mix
built
between a
Tyrannosaurids with
raptor
thicker
and a
skulls,
T-Rex.
Alioramus had a more slender and streamlined frame, which likely made it an exceptionally fast and agile predator.
Super
This
fast
specialized
T-Rex.
build would have enabled
Horrifying.
it to target prey that was smaller and less well protected, allowing it to excel in an environment filled with diverse and
Oh, is he gonna
competing
go try to
predators.
eat the babies?
By adapting its hunting strategies to its physical strengths, Alioramus demonstrated a remarkable ability to survive and succeed in the competitive and dynamic world of the late Cretaceous.
Did Bo Burnham have a song about dinosaurs? That would make perfect sense. Look, these things don't care about water. They just walk right through it.
Before the predator sets out on his hunt,
Gotta get some
he
water.
pauses briefly by the river to quench his thirst.
These
As he
things probably had to
crouches
drink
carefully,
so much
He
water.
allows his senses to heighten, aware of the possible dangers that lurk near the waterways.
Like an alligator. Big giant alligator. You think T-Rex were raptors?
Without warning,
No, I think there were two different
something
types of
farther down the
species.
winding river captures his attention.
Oh,
His gaze falls upon a group of dinosaurs known as Elmisaurus, smaller creatures with incredible speed that would have allowed them to escape most predators.
but not him. He's too quick. He's him.
Like the Alioramus, the Elmisaurus find themselves taking advantage of the calm moment to stop for a quick drink before nightfall.
See, just giant birds. We never would have portrayed these dinosaurs like this
Yet the
before.
flock remains completely unaware of the danger that lurks nearby.
It's like
Calmly
giant
carrying on
ostriches.
with their routine, while the predator bides his time a little further downstream.
As soon as those things saw that thing, they
The
should have been like, "Where you
Elmisaurus
out?"
keep their visit to the water brief, knowing it is safer moving back into the protective shelter of the forest.
That's true.
Hidden
That's
in
also
plain
true in the
sight,
aisle. You don't want to stick around the
Alioramus
water
quietly observes,
because all the
as his
dinosaurs
mind
go to the
focused
water.
on calculating the perfect opportunity to strike and secure his next meal.
Get one shot like a cheetah. Ooh. Come on, I want to see something get eaten. It's kind of like how the animals in the African safari or the Serengeti have to live. Like, you're just never safe no matter where you go.
Deeper inside the forest, Alioramus has successfully tracked down the flock.
Oh snap, here we go.
The Elmisaurus, preoccupied with their foraging,
Do you think he's
remain
gonna get it?
completely unaware of the looming danger that lurks just out of sight.
I mean, he had to get some of these, right? Because they probably found pieces of these animals inside of them. That's how they know that he did
But
it.
soon, a sense of unease spreads among them,
Oh, they're aware. They
sparking
know.
their survival instincts.
It's like a deer.
With the choice of fight or flight, they wisely choose to flee, racing away just as the predator charges in, igniting a thrilling chase for survival.
I was about to chicken in the egg. There he goes. It's coming in hot. Which one's he gonna get? Oh no! Oh, he got it! And right for the neck like a cheetah. Probably went down just like that. Just instantly clamps on their neck, suffocates them, and then they dead. They dead. And now he gets to eat. That probably hold him over for a long time. That's a big dinosaur.
In the dynamic saga of Tyrannosaur evolution, Alioramus played a vital role. This remarkable species demonstrates how adaptability fueled the rise of one of prehistory's most fearsome families. From their specialized features to their hunting strategies, Alioramus helps trace the journey of these predators, showing us the gradual steps that forged some of the greatest creatures to ever roam the planet.
That thing looks pretty sick to me. He was like, I'm the best. Whatever comes after me is an imitation. Imitation.
The many river systems of the Nemegt Formation created an environment that fostered the development of vast swamplands. These areas were
I'd
supported
imagine
by the
swamps
region's
probably made up a
intricate network of
large
deltas,
majority of like
where
this,
water
because we've
split
gotten
into
rid of a lot of
multiple
swamps as
branches,
humans.
spreading across the landscape.
But these things, like they built Disney World on a swamp.
This branching not only nurtured a variety of plant life, but also sustained a wide range of animal species, creating a vibrant and diverse ecosystem. The water's movement and distribution would have enriched the soil, making the surrounding area fertile and full of life. Overall,
All kinds of
this
animals in there.
interconnected system played a significant role in shaping the natural richness of the region. One dinosaur that may have roamed these swampy wetlands
Look at that horrifying
was a
thing.
curious predator known as Bagaratan.
Bagarata,
Its name,
small hunter.
meaning small hunter in Mongolian, may seem modest, but this dinosaur was
Watch out for the
anything but ordinary.
Bagarantan.
With an estimated length around 10 to 13 feet
It looks like a
long,
T-Rex and a
Bagaratan was
dinosaur,
built
or
for
a T-Rex.
speed
Oh,
and
it is a
agility.
dinosaur. A
a
T-Rex
sleek
and
and
a
formidable creature that moved with stealth
ostrich.
through the murky terrain. Their sharp teeth and slender, elongated jaws hinted at a creature skilled in precision.
I'm trying to
capable
figure
of
out what to do with
snatching
this light,
smaller
'cause it's,
animals
like,
with swift, calculated
blocking my
movements.
view, but I'm trying not
Though
to make myself
relatively
too
lightweight,
gone.
its legs appeared designed
I'm into
for
this.
speed, allowing it to navigate its marshy environment with ease. With a sharp, predatory gaze and a presence that bridged both menace and mystery, Bagaratan stood as a unique example of survival and adaptability in a prehistoric world teeming with danger.
That thing looks like an epic predator. Can't find a vid? Damn. Multi-PhD scientist using toy T-Rexes in an attempt to figure out how they could possibly have made it. Yeah, they ain't doing doggy style. Is there a dino
During
style?
the rising sun,
What's up, sweet
the
god?
pair find the ultimate score. A dead Dinochirus.
There's not enough
who most
dinosaurs on the
likely died of
YouTube.
natural
I
causes.
agree.
This dinosaur has long intrigued scientists and
I wonder if dinosaurs had like a social media. Like, what if dinosaurs, like, we just don't know, but they were super well connected and they like developed like very sophisticated societies and shit. It's like, I'm T-Rex. Today we're gonna be reacting to these videos by the Gallimimus.
dinosaur enthusiasts due to its unique identity and historical classification.
What are
For
they
many
eating?
years, it was
Thing is
recognized
massive.
as a distinct species, but a 2024 study has brought new evidence to light that challenges this long-standing idea. The study reveals that the skeleton initially assigned to Bagaratan includes pieces from multiple animals, suggesting a more complex origin. However, the majority of the skeleton shares significant similarities with young tyrannosaurids.
Yeah, girl, I'm trying
leading
to
researchers
take you to bed
question whether
dino
Bagaratan
style.
could actually be an early developmental form of another species, such as Tarbosaurus or Alioramus.
So these things are basically like kind of like vultures, it seems like.
This revelation has sparked a renewed interest in Bagaratan, adding to the ongoing discussions about
I kind of want to see now. It's like going to Jurassic Park down at the bingo at the retail park. There's some dinosaurs. Oh yeah. Hey, why not? All right, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Let's find out how dinosaurs. Why is it so hard to tell the sex of dinosaurs? Probably because they didn't have the goods. Dinosaur mating rituals. Let's try it out. Maybe
Males have started to display.
maybe they won't
During
knock
this,
us.
they rock back on their tails to impress.
Oh, there's your
mates.
big long necks.
Occasionally, fights break out. With
No, I get the
creatures this
banger.
size,
No,
the
I do.
forces at work during these confrontations are colossal, enough to shatter ribs and shake the ground.
Just like giraffes. Just like how giraffes fight. She was looking at me. No, she was looking at me, bro. She wasn't looking at you. You look like a bitch. What'd you just say?
The victor wins the right to mate.
Let's see. They're gonna get down dino style, dude. Come here, girl. I'm gonna bring you a little
Our female is
closer.
approached by a young male. She responds to his calls first by stamping, and then generating very low-frequency mating calls. This so-called infrasound is too
I'm ready
low
for you,
most
big
animals
boy.
to hear. However, he picks these signals up through the ground and responds by walking.
Put the hell heron dinosaur discovered in the central Sahara in your DM. No vids, because it was just discovered. Damn. The long neck Giga Chad of he was the Chad of the long necks.
Close to her, rubbing his body down hers.
I'll take a look. Daddy Scamboot. Sorry, Daddy, Mad Daddy Media.
She shows she is receptive.
Oh, I'm ready for you. Oh, she's spreading them.
Mating is a dangerous activity for the female.
It's just, yeah, it still is. Mating is still a dangerous activity for females.
To have to carry at least an extra 10 tons on her back.
Oh, he's going doggy style. Okay, so dino style clearly is like off to the side. It's like doggy style, but you gotta go sideways with it.
As she has grown older, the vertebrae over her hips have become fused and reinforced to help her cope with this ordeal.
Oh yeah, give it to her, big. Oh yeah, Big Chad, get it. That fast? Damn, dude, dinosaurs couldn't even last long. Just got in there, got down, planted a seat, and got out.
After a few days, the Diplodocus have calmed.
Everybody got laid.
Female
Everybody's
feeds
feeling
on the
good.
edge of the herd, but she is still not large enough to be immune from attack.
Dinosaurus is one of my top favorite dinosaurs. She just got banged. I'm gonna go eat her now. Although, not very smart, because that could potentially take away future meals. So it's just like one female for like all these chads around her.
The predators wait for her to become distant.
Oh, there's
from
two.
the herd.
2 Allosauruses. Uh-oh. Here they come. Chad, step up. That's your woman. Chad, where are you, dude? Deeply offended by the dino. Look at that, dude. She let him hit. They were fighting over who got the banger, and none of them even care that she's about to get ripped apart by the Allosaurus. Stop him! She's like, I'm never banging any of you guys again. Oh, Chad came in! Chad did it! Chad was like, get back up off my bitch, Allosaurus.
Saved by the huge tail of a larger Diplodocus.
I got... Yo, she just let me hit, bro. Back up. That's my girl.
She rejoins the herd with deep wounds on her side, but she will recover. Diplodocus can live for 100 years, and above a certain
Damn,
size,
look how big
they
that
have
other
no
one
natural
is.
Predators.
She ain't banging that one.
Sauropods dominate the late Jurassic, and it will be millions of years before new dinosaur herbivores evolve to replace them. With their passing, life will never again be this large.
Damn. So these things were just too damn big to survive. What a gift and a curse. What happens if one of the huge ones wants to bang one of the little ones? Be crushing them. Theropods are like the coolest dinosaurs, I think. Look how big they are. Look how big the bottom one is. My God, he's like the king of the castle, dude. King of the castle. But no dinosaur ghosts. That what? Yeah. Oh my God, dude! If someone found the ghost of a dinosaur, they've been roaming around for millions of years, dude. Forget about it. Forget about it. That'd be wild. Dinosaur mating was way worse than you think. What's this one?
The year is 70 million years ago. A dinosaur wakes up and decides that today is the day it's gonna try to get laid, but it's not gonna go well. In prehistoric times, winning a mate meant fighting using weapons built right into your body. Thick skull domes, 3-foot horns, tail clubs made of bone. The kind of hardware that would stab through armor and often did.
Yeah, can you imagine if you went to the bar and you were like trying to take home a lady, but you knew you had to fight, like whoever won the fist fight got to take her home. Some guys still act like that, but usually it's the guy that doesn't start the fight that gets to take her home. But
know this because the fossils keep all the records: healed fractures, puncture marks that match horn spacing, and infections from the animals that somehow survived. The weird part isn't that these fights happened, it's that this was just normal. Evolution ran this system for millions of years.
Oh, this guy's got the fish tank.
Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is
Hey,
a crime.
let's go.
All of the time.
At Mad Daddy.
Thank you, Mad Daddy.
5 memberships.
Appreciate you, brother.
All of the time.
Oh, I gotta.
Little bit of everything, all of
I always
the
forget that I
time.
gotta like turn that
Apathy's a
off.
tragedy and boredom is a crime.
What is the?
Anything
Oh my
and
God.
everything, all of the time.
Mad
I always
Daddy
forget what the
Media
damn.
gifted at Melodios win 4,709
Dude, Mad Daddy, thank you so
membership.
much,
I
man.
interest you in
I
everything,
appreciate you,
all of the
brother.
time. A little bit of everything, all of the time.
Where the hell is
Apathy's a
the alert
tragedy and
thing?
boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time.
Mad Daddy.
There we go. Thank you so much, Mad Daddy. I appreciate you, brother. 5 gifted memberships. Melodio Swim, Gremory Sanks, Jalo Rancho, Kerman SR, and Infinity DXC. Who has promised you no messaging? It's hilarious. Thank you so much. I had to hear the song. Yeah, that's the Bo Burnham jam. It's the Bo Burnham jam. Because that's what we do. We do everything all of the time here. Lately's Chick Nugs. What? No, I'm not.
seems like a lot until you understand why it actually made sense.
Okay, I want to watch it, Dinosaurs. I want to watch this guy tell me about dinosaurs. Let's watch what happened when they got taken out. Because the meteor part is pretty nuts. How long did dinosaurs actually survive after the asteroid?
Approximately 66 million years ago, dinosaurs experienced just about the worst day possible on Earth. When a giant asteroid the size of Mount Everest slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula at...
It was the size of Mount Everest? That's right. That's what we pride ourselves on, a little bit of everything all of the time.
Speeds 28 times greater than that of an AK-47 bullet.
Dino body armor was their first prehistoric contraception.
Within an instant,
Checks
the energy
out.
equivalent to 10 billion Hiroshimas was unleashed upon the world.
10 billion
bringing about what many
Hiroshimas!
consider to have been the most violent and abrupt extinction event of all time. This was the KT extinction event. Today, paleontologists believe that about 75% or more of all species on Earth at the time vanished, with nearly no creature above 25 kilos or 55 pounds surviving. Among the many fallen, the most iconic were by far the non-avian dinosaurs, who up until that point had ruled the lands for roughly 165 million years.
Damn, dude, we could all be just taken out by a meteor, but it won't happen for like 100 million years. Humans, I think humans though, in 100 million years from now, probably we've taken over other planets. That's what my guess is. Dinosaurs didn't know how to make spaceships.
The out-of-nowhereness of the dinosaurs' extinction, coupled with how fast it happened, has led to many referring to the day of impact as the day the dinosaurs died.
I think
There are
this is
even
where most of our
documentaries with such
fossils come
names.
from.
But did the dinosaurs really die all at once on the same day? After all, they could be found on every continent during the late Cretaceous and were fairly diverse, with researchers estimating that there were over 1,000 species roaming around when the asteroid touched down. Many of these dinosaurs were armored, others giant, and some were even below the weight threshold, so it seems a bit hard to believe that they just vanished in an instant. And for the most part, paleontologists do think that the demise of non-avian dinosaurs was not instantaneous, meaning that technically, we had dinosaurs during the Cenozoic. However, studies still support the idea that the majority of dinosaurs did in fact perish within the first 24 hours, due to the multiple widespread effects of the asteroid. Extreme heat, forest...
Dude, as bad as it was being a dinosaur already, now they get like just hell on earth. It's like, oh, I've spent all this time. Imagine being a herbivore, being like, I just fended off a T-Rex for the past 4 days, and now I'm gonna get taken out by this like unfair meteor coming down and taking us. I should take cues from dinosaurs, carry armor, weapons to fight. Yeah, there you go. Fight off
fires,
mates.
blast waves, earthquakes, and tsunamis were all very real threats after all, especially for those in the Western Hemisphere, with many as far away as 1,500 miles or 2,400 kilometers.
Look how different the world looked, though. Right? So that's Africa, that's North America. So it hit down, they said, somewhere in Mexico. So, yeah, this is probably why I think that it took so long for the New World to be found, because this is where the meteor hit, like right around here. I guess he's making it for me, so. But it's probably what formed like the oceans too.
Dying within virtual minutes. Across the globe, some were shielded from these immediate effects, but what even they could not escape was the massive amounts of super hot material that have been thrown up into the atmosphere and space, with possibly as much as 25 trillion tons having been ejected. This material was for a while several times hotter than even the surface of the sun. So when a good chunk of it came raining back down, it heated up the atmosphere to oven-like temperatures, cooking anything out in the open from the inside out.
Some barbecue
starting fires in
dinosaur.
roughly 70% of all forests on Earth. This alone left only a few animals standing, but in certain areas that were more protected, like marshes, dense humid forests, and high latitudes, pockets of dinosaurs would have remained standing. It's however worth mentioning that these survivors were likely not the big boys, but rather small species and maybe juveniles. Things, however, were not over for them yet.
Aw.
Because all the fires and ejecta both led to untold amounts of
I'm convinced that flat earthers are still reading it from those prehistoric... Yeah, probably.
Dust, soot, and other particles coating the skies and blocking out the sun, leading to sharp decreases in global temperature, where the average may have dropped as much as 36 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. On top of this, the blocking of the sun led to perpetual darkness, which brought its own unpleasant issues. It's thought that this apocalyptic winter was the final nail in the coffin for the non-avian dinosaurs. But it's also where things get a bit gray, because no one really knows how long it took for this period to kill the
T-Rex
survivors,
is like, I can't
or
even
if some
eat,
even
it's too
survived
hot.
this fallout, yet were impacted enough to where they couldn't ever recover. A good chunk of researchers believe that at the very least, survivors hung on for a few weeks, months, or possibly years, with carnivores likely sticking around the longest, as at the start there would have been a plethora of carcasses to choose from.
You could just
While
eat.
herbivores, on the other hand, were pretty much doomed from the get-go.
Yeah,
with
'cause
most
they
of their
couldn't eat
food
any.
having been burnt in the forest fires.
Yep.
Some of the luckier ones may have stumbled upon preserved pockets of vegetation, but that did not last long either. And then once the herbivores dropped, the carnivores soon followed, with one of the most recent studies putting an exact expiration date on dinosaurs of 15 years after D-Day. The study suggested that
Damn, if you were like the last dinosaur standing, you were probably like the most resourceful of all dinosaurs.
all the dust and other material in the air would have sustained a 15-year nightmare, where temperatures were low and photosynthesis was almost entirely blocked, with it being completely halted for at least 1 year.
It would have been
Within
straight
this
up hell on
timeframe,
Earth.
It's thought that the non-avian dinosaurs, who were already few and far between, slowly dropped like flies, either freezing or starving to death. And there are multiple other studies that paint similar time spans, typically all falling within 100 years. However, others have pushed back on these shorter times, preferring the idea that the end was not quick, but rather strung out over millenniums, with small populations surviving well into the early Danian
Look at the
stage.
dinosaurs in the air. Yeah, they just got blown away.
And signifying that
Flying
entire
dinosaur.
generations of dinosaurs continued to persist and arise. Many of these longer estimates fall within a few thousand years.
That's the oldest looking
yet
T-Rex
some
I've
even
ever
approach
seen.
the tens of thousands of years, as demonstrated by one 2013 study, which indicated that it took the collision event about 33,000 years to kill off every single non-avian dinosaur. The idea here was that a select few unknown species likely endured the worst of the asteroid, and even saw the world in some senses stabilize. During this time, mammals would have slightly increased in size, insects would have had a
Yeah, man,
population
daddy.
boost, and large turtles plus crocodilians may have been the biggest animals around, making it one strange world for what dinosaurs were used to.
Yeah, well, it's crazy when you think about it that the crocs are still dinosaurs. They're the only dinosaurs left.
And the paleontologists
They're probably
behind
safe
the
in the
study
water.
actually think it was these changes that ultimately led to their tragically slow ending, with mammals and non-dinosaur reptiles eventually outcompeting what remained of the previous rulers. And while the end result with them being gone did not change, it would still be impressive if they had survived for an additional 33,000 years, which based on other calculations may have amounted to over 1,000 generations of dinosaurs seen in the Cenozoic. Perhaps surprisingly, 33,000 years isn't even the longest estimate, with a few researchers having an even more optimistic hypothesis, suspecting that some dinosaurs survived for an extreme amount of time, possibly up to 1 million years.
Damn, what happened then? If they could live for 1 million years, how'd they get phased out?
And interestingly enough, one of the strongest cases for such a long survival time comes from an area not so far from the epicenter, in Colorado and New Mexico. Specifically, a team of paleontologists discovered the remains of hadrosaurs, tyrannosaurs, ankylosaurs, and even sauropods within a remote part of San Juan Basin that were dated to the Paleocene epoch, about 500,000 years after the initial impact. Of course,
That's
it's
a
brought up
long
bunch of
time.
questions about not only how did they survive so long, but why of all places did they only seem to survive in southern US, which is relatively close to the crater? Well, according to the lead paleontologist, there are three possible explanations. The first one is that the area they were in was heavily sheltered from the blast, perhaps being akin to a canyon that offered ample protection from the worst effects. The second, more likely scenario is that the diverse group of survivors wasn't originally from the States, but rather from up north like Alberta, Canada, where the asteroid's effects were comparably less severe. Then, following the drop in temperature and decrease in resources, they were eventually forced to venture south.
If we were not listening to Bo Burnham, can we get a little bit more context? Yeah, what's going on? So he's talking about how these dinosaurs lived, how long they lived after the meteor hit. So the meteor hit, and they said the longest theories are that some lived for 33,000 years after the meteor. So we're trying to. So he's explaining how they were able to survive during that time. Yeah, they lived in the Great Valley, Rogera. That's how they did it. The Great Valley saved them all. The Great Valley will endure.
Or presumably they stumbled upon a small area that could still sustain
Well, there's
life.
no T-Rexes
The
in
final
the Great
idea
Valley.
proposed was that no juvenile or mature individual survived the extinction, as they were simply too large. But instead, their eggs, that were protected by nests and were small, escaped obliteration and then hatched once the most immediate effects had passed. And then, with a lot of luck, they were able to re-establish themselves for 500,000 years. If accurate, this means that these dinosaurs saw the Earth fully recover from the asteroid in most ways, and they might have actually ran into some new animals that emerged from that time, including freshwater eels, Dissacus, Polydilopomorphia, Mesonychia, and Pantodonta, to name a few.
Damn.
Of course, though, to no surprise,
What's this furry little creature here? Is he tasty? Is he yummy? You live in the Great Valley?
these finds have been met with a lot of criticism by the paleontology community overall.
California, the
with
valley.
The biggest pushback being that these dinosaurs were not from the Paleocene, and that their fossils had simply eroded at some point and were redeposited into younger grounds, thus giving the illusion that they hadn't died with the rest of their kind. The researchers who
We'll
made
never
the original
know.
find have since come forward and defended their claims, saying that the bones could not have been moved around since many of them remained together, with the most prominent example coming from a single hadrosaur, who had 34 of its bones arranged in perfect order. Nevertheless, this controversial discovery is mainly considered invalid today. Though there are those who
Yeah, they come with. It's like, oh, the furry. Maybe they didn't like eating them, and that's why they died off, because they were just like, this is gross. It's so furry. And I get hairballs. The hell's that thing about to eat a T-Rex? That thing's massive.
still hold on to the idea that dinosaurs stuck around for much longer than we usually give them credit, including the larger ones, like giant theropods. While very speculative, it has led to some interesting questions on how larger creatures would have gotten by in a post-Mesozoic world. Would they have been restricted to just hunting other survivors, unable to capture more agile mammals?
Imagine surviving that the meteor just to get like taken out by a T-Rex after. That would just be like the worst day ever.
Or did they themselves experience changes, perhaps rapidly decreasing in size due to limited resources, as seen in the case with dwarfism experienced by animals on smaller islands?
Look at that little guy.
Ultimately, though, no one is certain on how long our favorite extinct animals lasted, but it's nice to think that they stuck around for a bit. For now, though, the youngest dinosaur accepted by science remains a Triceratops specimen who is thought to have died right around the time of the impact, perhaps even succumbing, like most, to the blast itself.
Dude, that's like the craziest thing about the dinosaurs that we find is like most of them are probably like died right at the impact of this massive meteor that hit. Pygmy hippo? What I want one as a pet. Can I have a pygmy hippo? But like it's basically like when you find a dinosaur fossil, it's like frozen in time of when that freaking thing happened. It's like almost like a photograph.
The conversation on dinosaur survival has also led many to wonder if other Mesozoic icons persisted as well, such as the pterosaurs or mosasaurs. Currently, no one has a good idea, but there is a more obscure group of animals from those times, the ammonoids, that are thought to have possibly lived about 1 million years after the Cretaceous. This claim, like the San Juan Basin one, is quite controversial, yet for the most part, it has garnered more support, and we can only hope that more finds in the future will give more clarity on the fates of the dinosaurs as well.
Crazy, crazy stuff. These look like some interesting videos. I want to see what... I know Daddy Scamby, or I keep calling him Daddy Scamby tonight. I don't know why. I want to see what he sent me here. Hell heron dinosaur discovered in Central Sahara. Okay, there we go. All right, so the hell heron dinosaur discovered in Central Sahara. Look at that thing, dude. That's like, it looks like kind of like a Spinosaurus. a U Chicago-led team unearthed Spinosaurus mirabilis, a fish-eating giant. Yeah, so this was actually in they put this in Jurassic Park, believe it or not. When the paleontologist first plucked a massive scimitar-shaped bone from the desolate sands of the Central Sahara in 2019, they didn't immediately recognize it for what it was. It took a return expedition, 2 more crests of a 3D digital skull assembly powered by solar panels in the middle of a desert in Niger. Before the realization sank in, they'd unearthed the towering crest of an entirely new species of dinosaur. This find was so sudden and amazing, it was really emotional for our team, said Paul Serino, professor of organismal biology and anatomy at the University of Chicago, who led the 20-person group. I'll forever cherish the moment in camp when we crowded around a laptop to look at the new species for the first time. A new paper published in Science describes their journeys in 2019 and 2022 to find Spinosaurus mirabilis, the first new spinosaurid species discovered in more than a century. Because I know they found that first Spinosaurus because they put it in Jurassic Park 3 because everybody was so excited that they had found it. So if you ever seen Jurassic Park 3, they put a Spinosaurus in there. You can actually play as a Spinosaurus in the Isle. Now, I don't know if they have this Spinosaurus mirabilis, though. A large fish-eating predator, the mirabilis adds important new fossil finds to the closing chapter of the Genius evolution based on the crest surface, texture, and interior vascular canals. And experts believe it was sheahed in keratin and brightly covered in life, curving toward the sky, a blade-shaped beacon. So the Spinosaurus they found before, I don't think had this horn-type jaw on his face. But it's like a walking crocodile, dude. That thing is horrifying to look at. Another striking feature of the skull is its interlocking teeth, where those are the low jaw protrude outward and between those of the upper and make a deadly trap for slippery fish. This is a common adaptation among fish eaters in fossil record, including aquatic ichthyosaurs or semi-aquatic crocodiles, or airborne among dinosaurs. It sets Spinosaurus and its closest kin. Did you ever see the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park, though? Here, look, I'll show you. So Spinosaurus, it was bigger than the T-Rex, but I think they were in 2 different areas. But here, I'll show you. I don't know if you've ever seen this, Mad Daddy, though. Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3. So this was Spinosaurus. I don't know if this is the exact replica of the one you saw, but this is the Spinosaurus that they put in Jurassic Park 3, which was from 2001. It ate his satellite phone too.
I knew it.
I knew it. I knew you would survive, little Timmy.
Oh,
Boy, am I glad to see you. Hey, you got my bag.
Yeah. Lucky strap.
Want me to carry it?
Need to find a gap here. How did you know we were here?
The phone, that stupid jingle from the store, I heard it.
My phone?
I don't have my
Where
phone.
is it?
I don't have it.
When did you use it last?
On the plane. I got a call on the plane.
A guy got eaten who had it.
What?
I loaned it to Nash. He must have had it when he...
Look at this. This is terrifying. Hi. There's your Spinosaurus. Yeah. No tricking that one into staying still. Oh, they found that gap just in time. I think they're safe. Nope. It's like, oh shit. That door, that big giant wall can't stop him, but that little door will. But that's your Spinosaurus. Oh, the spine, when he fought the T-Rex too. They have the Spinosaurus versus the T-Rex. Hang on. I love these Jurassic Park movies though, dude. They were so good. Check this out. If you haven't seen this.
It's okay, it's dead. Nobody move a muscle.
They never listen to him when he tells them not to move. Like, they don't even hesitate, they go right for the fight. You think the Spinosaurus is going down. But Daddy Scambait didn't know he was gonna watch his new dinosaur fight the T-Rex. Oh, look at that, he has arms. He had arms, man. He had those big hands, unlike the T-Rex. This is mine. And then he punches, and then he punches the guy in the face for bringing him there. But yeah, that's your. Now I think the Hellhound though is different because it has this thing. The Spinosaurus in that didn't have that. But yeah, man, crazy stuff. Oh, I keep looking and I go, oh, it's me. We're talking about dinosaurs. All the best scenes from the Jurassic World. I don't know if I can watch that because that's probably too long. 23 minutes. But it's all the best dino battles. We'll have to watch we'll have to do a movie night with Jurassic Park. Only Jurassic movie I've seen is the first one. Yeah, well there you go, man. Now you got to see your Spinosaurus do battle with a T-Rex and break its neck because it has arms. The one thing that the T-Rex couldn't handle, arms. Who'da thunk it? Anyway, I think that's probably where we're going to wrap up tonight, guys. Didn't have a whole lot planned for tonight other than talking about dinosaurs. I just wanted to kind of hop on and just, on Discord chat. Yeah, we'll watch some Jurassic Park movies on the Discord chat. I'll figure it out at some point. My God, Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney, boy. Woo, boy. Check her out. My girlfriend always tells me that Sydney Sweeney. She's like, oh, your girl. She knows I'm a big fan. It was a fun pivot, yeah. I've seen them. Sweet Scott says I've seen them all. Great franchise. Even Jurassic Worlds I like. Yeah, I thought the first Jurassic World was really good. Even like the Dominion one. Like lots of different things. So lots of really great movies involving those. So, but yes, I'm a sucker for Sydney Sweeney. What can I say? I think most men are sucker for Sydney Sweeney. So, but with that said, we're gonna end it early tonight, guys. I am exhausted. I hope you guys enjoyed this little detour and just a little fun for tonight. You know, no death and destruction, just some fun travel into the prehistoric world before we existed. So, thank you to Mad Daddy Media. Appreciate you for the subs, dude. The animated series is good too. Fills in a lot of the movie gaps. Is that the one where it's like Camp Cretaceous or whatever? The Camp Cretaceous show that was on Disney. I always liked that show, where I liked what was in it. Yeah, because it like goes from one to the other to the other. And then they had the Indominus Rex. You guys remember that thing from the Jurassic Park movies? So, but we'll do fun shit like this too. I don't always want to just tackle like drama or like random stuff. Sometimes I just want to talk about dinosaurs, you know? I want to talk about aliens. I want to talk about death. Oh, well, I want to talk about ghosts and shit, sweet goth. You know what I'm talking about? It's all on Netflix. Oh, all the Jurassic Park stuff. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But anyway, guys, love y'all lots, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right. So I got a lot of editing to catch up on. I am so behind on all my editing, and I got to put out new videos. I'm working on a huge project for EG Lately channel. So lots to be excited for. Lots to be excited for. But I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.